Hey, Leo placements. I've missed y'all. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. We are talking about who or what you need to release to turn things around. This message is not for everybody, so take it as it resonates. This is a new Oracle deck, and what we're going to do this is an Oracle deck about deadly poisonous plants. We'll talk about the poison, and then we'll go to the antidote. So let's see what Spirit has. Oh, they got the stinging nettle. This came up with another fire sign. Stinging nettle. Rethink restriction. The number 10 may be important. That's about endings. The number 1 may be important as well. That's about beginnings. But let's read about the stinging nettle. All right. So the stinging nettle has decided to cut a few things from their diet in a bid to become healthier. It all starts innocently enough for the first few weeks. Their willpower power is strong and it's going so well, they decide to restrict a few more things. Then the restriction becomes a game to see how long they can stretch the time between meals. Stinging Nettle's world becomes a narrow focus of restraint and never quite feeling full enough, but they think about food all the time. Meals out with family and friends become joyless tasks filled with anxiety because restriction has led to obsession. Yeah. So is this about somebody that you know, Leo placements, maybe? Is this you? Let's go here to the deck. Rethink restriction. And this is very specific, so it's okay if it doesn't resonate. The lovers. Page of Pentacles. High Priestess. The Fool. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 3 out of 4 of these cards are major arcana cards. This is a real life changing fork that you have come to, Leo placements. Here with the lovers. This is not a love reading. But what I'm getting is that some of you may have started down this path of restrictive or actually more so excessive restrictive dieting um, because of somebody that you love. This may be a romantic partner or a potential romantic partner, but either way, it stems from unhappiness with the way you already are. Yeah. So it comes from somebody, whether this was, like I said, a romantic partner or um, someone who you love dearly, maybe familial relationship or, chosen family. They said something and it wasn't like, just a one-time thing. It's it's like slowly chipping away. And what ended up happening is that you began to believe and manifest those things. Okay, this must be true. If they continue to say it, it must be true. And this is the way it is. And it started you down the path. It started you down to the path to where, you know, you continue to believe that what you do and who you are is not enough. And it's something that it's continuing to play in your mind. So you continue to, it's the cycle, right? Yeah. What else, Spirit, for Leo placements? What else for Leo placements about rethinking restriction? Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. All right. Eight of Wands. Yeah. I want to clarify this Eight of Wands, please. Spirit. Okay. Hmm. Seven of Swords. Yeah. You know, this balance, balance, contentment, happiness. There are people who are supportive around you and can help you recognize those things that are not true, confirm the things that are not true. You have support, and balance can be yours. You have a lot of support around you, regardless of, who may have been in, uh, who may have initiated or triggered the reaction. And it's going to require quick action, and not just quick action but strategic reaction. Mm. Strategic action and thought process, because this has settled so much in your mind, so much so that it is a it's almost natural. So now you have to rework it. It requires action now, but you have to be strategic about it. This requires, and maybe it requires, you to go to therapy, lean into this community of support that you have around you. Um, Lean into your resources, because you are surrounded by resources to help you. But yeah, this is going to require you to change your thought processes completely, and it's not going to be easy, because you have to trick yourself back into a healthier mindset. Because most times We are tricking ourselves into, dysfunction. But this is the opposite of that. And like I said, it needs to happen soon, quick, fast, in a fucking hurry. So let's go to the antidote here. The human body is such a clever machine, knowing intuitively when and what to eat and when to stop. Taste buds become dulled once the stomach registers fullness. Restrictive diets don't give long term results, and constraint and control around food steals joy and comes at too high a price. Stinging nettle can rethink restriction and relax into the idea that their body knows best. And if they let it guide them, then hunger and fullness become second nature. Weight doesn't necessarily correlate with health. One of the delightful things about having a this word corporeal body is when we have the full enjoyment of food and drink while on earth. I hope this helps. This was a very, very specific reading. Take it as it resonates. But if you also know someone who it may relate to Leo placements, you know, be compassionate, be empathetic, and if you are willing to be a resource, whoops, be a resource to help them find that balance, because balance has to be within so it can reflect on the outside. Be sincere. Until next time, y'all. Take care. Bye.